Hello everyone, this is Nick Perry at Schaefer's Investment Research with your chart slideshow for Friday, October 12th. Today I'm back with my weekly check of the broad market indices. In last week's chart slideshow, we saw a couple of interesting developments. The first was that the SPX and the Dow continued their uptrends and pushed up into these peaks. I left that basically saying we'd seen a pretty good run, and a pullback here wouldn't be surprising, and I also said it wouldn't be worrisome because we're still above support. The comp, we saw that it had actually pushed above this little mini resistance zone here above that peak, so it was sort of leading in that regard. And the rut, we talked about this break above this resistance zone, which had been kind of holding it back, and the rut had been kind of lagging, and I said that was an encouraging sign. When we turn to this week's charts, we do see a bit of hesitation here in the SPX and the Dow. Yesterday we had that morning rally and the afternoon sell-off. The sell-off was, we talked about it in the blog, and it was somewhat fast-paced, but I wouldn't necessarily have termed it particularly violent, just given that the overall loss on the day wasn't that severe. The reaction to that seems to have gotten, a little bit more skeptical than I would have expected. It seems like there's some, as I mentioned earlier in the blog, some sort of ominous undertones going on there. But when you look at it in this context here, it doesn't look all that bad. Basically, we pushed up into this peak here. We've had a pretty good run here. So to see some sort of pullback, into this area, I don't think that's too much to expect. As far as the comp goes, still holding above this peak here. We did see a little bit of a pullback, but you've got this level as primary support, and I should say near-term support, whereas this zone here is the more significant level to watch. And as far as the rut goes, again, we broke above this zone here, which is constructive. It's now pushed up into these peaks here. Again, some pullback to here. You've got the 50-day moving average, which is now curled up. So for the trend followers who were looking at the downtrending 50-day moving average, that's at least a sign that the momentum is picked up. But anyway, the push up into this, again, to see a hesitation there, not surprising. You'd like to see this support hold, so that's something to keep an eye on next week. All right. So as far as quick takeaways, it's basically going to be support here and here on the Dow and the SPX, some hesitation and a pullback. Not too worrisome to me, but it's what I'll be watching next week. The comp, first level support here, main support down there, and as far as the rut goes, a pullback to here wouldn't be out of the question. You'd like to see it hold there, but at some point you would like to see a breakout into new highs. So that's what I'll be watching. As always, stay tuned to the blog for further updates, and have a great weekend.